Feminines. Welcome to Larisa Lili Temperance. Today we are doing things have switched, my feminines, from the last reading. If you guys have watched my last readings, I'm just gonna get to it. I made just a slight switch because we're gonna be focusing on the healing for the feminines. I'm getting lots of messages from the masculines in terms of what giving direction, and I'm from the 5D, and I think that's a beautiful thing because what they're doing is guiding you through the process so you have a better understanding of how to get to your union, how to get to your DM. And so I'm definitely been listening. I've been having so many dreams. You guys, the full moon was the 30th. And so that was definitely intense energies. I've had things resurface for myself. And I'm sure you feminines have too. And there are things that I need to deal with. For example, I definitely need to make a change in terms of my career, my job. And so this channel is allowing me to embrace, and the more I do this, and thank you for the support, my feminines. Honestly, you guys are helping me make this huge transition in my life. I've been in finance for over 16 years, very undervalued, I was having a conversation with a friend, and I cannot remember, in all the companies I've been in, there has not been one company I've not experienced verbal abuse, very demeaning abuse. I've been thrown paper and said a monkey can do this, like, you name it, I have a story. And I've put up with a whole lot in corporate, and it's real. The narcissism in this world is real, and amongst men and women, because not only was I being abused by men, and I'm sure you feminines have stories as well in your work environments, the unfairness, but also by feminine energy, but toxic feminine energy, toxic feminine energy. And I'm on management level, so it's also toxic feminine energy with toxic masculine energy. So we're gonna change this, because that's what being a divine feminine is. My divine feminines is, we are going to shift. This isn't just about being with your masculine. This isn't about being with your boo. No. This is about divinity. This is about shifting the consciousness and the consciousness of how we carry ourselves as masculines and feminines, and then also contributing to the world with what source wants, which is healed children. And in order to do that, we need to start healing our feminines, and we need to start healing our masculines, so we don't continue this crazy bloodline of toxicity and harsh energies and treatment. Because obviously, what is the story with the masculines, feminines? It's always because narcissistic mother, or abandoned mothers who abandoned them, or a narcissistic father, or father, single mom homes where their moms, didn't have healthy relationships with males. And so, it's just the constant stories. We no longer want to be those stories. And that is the mission. That is the accountability as being a divine feminine is accountability to us, accountability to society, but also the gift that source has given us, which is coming back home to ourselves. So, feminines, what the masculines have messaged me is, because we are going to have a little bit, I think I'm going to start doing readings, probably adding readings on Fridays, which is going to be a quick check-in solely for the masculines, a real, I promise feminines, it would just be about the masculines, because I feel like the readings have been so long, because I'm trying to give the healing messages for you, and and to update about masculines, but I really want to focus on you feminines. So I'm going to try to find the time. I don't know if it'll be this week, but maybe next Friday. I'll see how I can squeeze it in this week. But maybe next Friday, it will just be like an additional twin flame. So you'll have 3 readings in the week. Okay, so masculines are clearing confusion right now, and they still understand forgiveness is required here. My last reading was on forgiveness, and it was a really amazing reading. If you guys, please go check it out if you haven't. But it was about forgiveness, and they still understand forgiveness is required, but they're getting very clear on it. They want you to know you both are learning as you go. And but the evolution gets sweeter every time as the clouds become lighter. And so they're embracing the shifts, even though it's been tough, it's been dark, but they're understanding that as they transition out of their hermit and judgment and death energy that they've been processing for some time now, they are it's getting like easy, a little easier. And also it's like they're not dying. Okay, you know how a masculine, especially male masculines, they get a little cold and they need mommy for like 5 days or something. So they're not dying from their death energy, but they're seeing that the clouds are becoming lighter. And they have to come to their own senses, and they know that they're coming to their own senses. I hope they're coming to their own senses, but they have to come to their own senses and take accountability for their own shortcomings. So they want you to know they will make it up to you. And I really felt that genuine. It was a genuine of truly making it up to you. They will reach out soon. So most of you will be receiving messages from your masculine. You will be hearing from your masculines. So a lot of you will be having communication for sure. If you have had no communication, and for those who've had some communication, it's going to be more communication coming for sure. Stay away. They stay away because they just don't want to hurt you, and that's why the silence has been there. Because honestly, they're also done with the cycles themselves. So I asked what's the most important thing they want you to focus on, and what they said, was to start a new hobby. Most importantly, they want you to focus on you. They want you to start a new hobby, to do the thing that you love, to do that thing that you've always wanted to do it, and to just go for it. They want you to just go for it. They don't want you to think about it. And I honestly think they're projecting this energy on a 5D level. So if some of you feminines have been feeling this energetic shift of getting going, that's it. That's it. And what that's doing is that it's just going to create a time to make way. It's making way to the new beginning for the both. So do get excited about that. So we're going to pull some mutual energies for the connection, and then we're going to get into the healing messages for you feminines about the balance. We're going to look at the imbalance in your masculine energy and the imbalance in your feminine energy. So first, this is the mutual energies, and that's already starting. So Spirit, what else is the mutual energies? What are the messages? The messages from the masculines. What is it they want the feminines to know? Ooh, come on. These cards are always so difficult. There we go. We're going to use these. So the first one is embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Wow. And I think I titled one of my thumbnails that, because it's true. Through each other, you guys are finding the missing pieces, which is what I'm saying, this forgiveness that they've been feeling for a while. They know that you both are learning as you go. This isn't a one-sided, it may feel as it's one-sided, feminines, because you're probably obviously the awakened one or the one, and that's just how the energies work, the positive and negative of the energies to get it to balance. But do you know that through each other you're finding the missing pieces? And we have imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And, you know, I really feel that with that energy that they said, that to focus on your hobby, focus on you, to just take action, because what that's doing is when you shift that energy and that attention, then it dissolves all unwanted energies, because you're not going to have time. You're not going to have time to think about the negative aspects of the masculine. And so what that's going to do is going to create more opportunities, more creative ideas, more clarity on things you want to do, because once you get going in whatever you start doing, that's it. It takes off. And I don't know about you feminines, but I know for me, if I start a project, like, it's such a commitment to me that I'm going to continue to do it. I don't set myself for failure. I never did. I never liked it. But then I do feel bad when I am hard on myself when I take, steps back, or I don't fully commit. And so, for example, this channel, it's a full commitment, because I still have my 40-hour, work week, sometimes longer. And I'm a manager, and it's time consuming, it's mentally draining, and I have, it's kind of toxic. It's toxic in the environment too. So I'm mentally drained. I have plenty of ways, reasons and excuses to make up to not record after I'm done with my day, because not only do I have to record, I have to clean my house. Once I'm done with work, if I'm done, if I close out 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock sometimes. The mess I made in the kitchen during the day, because sometimes I'm just sitting here at the desk, and then I have to commit to another 30, 40 minutes to wash dishes, and then I still have to record 4 videos, and my videos are not short, so I record at least 3 to 4 videos a day. So that's a huge commitment, and then I have to transfer them and load them into my laptop to get them ready for editing. By the time I'm done, my day starts at 8 o'clock, and then I'm done, and I try to allow myself to close out at least by 11:30 p.m. I'm exhausted, and it's a go, but it's a commitment to myself, and that's what the masculines want you to do, to put that energy back to you, because it's like you're not going to have time to think about them. Seriously, feminine. So, Spirit, what is the mutual energy for the connection, the twin collective, please? What is the mutual energy here for the twin collective? Thank you. Last time it was 3. Oh, wow. And the bottom of that is virtue, which also came out last time. But let's see. Yeah, purpose. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love, and they want you to focus on your purpose. They want you to shift your energy and really focus on your purpose. And so they're also doing that too. Their purpose right now is to heal. Their purpose right now is to clear way. Their purpose right now is to straighten out their life, to really reevaluate things. And for you, because you guys really healed a lot, you're still healing, but it's from such a higher perspective. Kindness. You are a humanitarian made of love, and you are able to share that energy with others. And I really feel this is being more kind to yourself and generous to yourself. Because when you start doing that, I really feel it's going to light in your energy, which will reflect in their energy, which will show kindness in the connection. And I think that's really the focus, where you guys have to kind of what is it that I'm feeling? Like, there's a specific energy that I'm feeling with the masculines hearing this. I'm really feeling like I'm feeling like a generosity, being generous to you. And again, that is with the way you nurture the connection, and the forgiveness, right? With the evolution of the two of you, with the evolution of learning as you go. So being kind to yourself with that process, showing compassion to you. And then we have tolerance. You appreciate other points of view because you sense the love in I mean, you know, it's the first thing that came to my mind, honestly, with this word is one, the tolerance of the connection. And so there's a lot here in terms of, I really see the purpose, kindness, and tolerance here. As you can see, it kind of goes hand in hand with this connection where, one, there's a purpose. The things you've been tolerating, the things you've been transitioning out, building your tolerance level has a purpose, but just be kind to yourself in that purpose, in that transition. And then virtue, we had it the last time, and this is the purity, to maintain the purity of the connection. You know, the genuine aspects, that generous, genuine aspect of the connection. So, oh yeah. So let's see, Spirit. What do the feminines, we're going to focus on you now. What do the feminines need to release? What is it that the feminines need to focus on right now for their energies? What do the feminines need to focus? What do the feminines need to focus on for their energy? What do the feminines need to focus on for their energy? What are they experiencing? What are the feminines experiencing right now? What are the feminines experiencing? Oh, come on. Okay, so we have, I mean, seriously, apprehensive, guarded, caution, afraid. Harmony came out, peace, balance, friendship, beautiful. Only you, of course. And then beauty. So feminines, you guys really are, this is really beautiful energy here. And then bottom of that, we've got chemistry, spark, passion, desire, and then letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. So there's a lot of releasing, obviously, that you guys are doing, letting go. But the fact that we have apprehension, the guardedness, I think you guys are very apprehensive, are trying to really, this is great energy to be in, to harmonize this, to really bring peace to yourself about the things you fear, the things you've guarded yourself for so long. Really dealing with that, facing your own fears. Some of you are experiencing caution within your connections, friendships. I feel some of you are also being cautious about who you're giving your energy to, and so harmonizing that as well, because at the end of the day, you guys, like, I'm really feeling like you're seeing truths to other connections, even family and friends. And so you're harmonizing that connection because it was causing some imbalance in you too, in terms of your emotions and your triggers. And then only you, because you're focused, right? Fixated, attached, hypnotized. Like, you're focused on your connection and you're focused on yourself, right? You're focused on the twin flame. I feel like only you, this is only you. Your twin is you. Remember, you're also your twin. So you're focused on you right now and really bringing out the beauty in you, how to operate out of grace. Here you have a swan, and really working on harmonizing your grace, how to respond with grace. This is beautiful energy. There's a lot of, there is a lot of self-love here for a lot of you feminines who are definitely working on that. And harmonizing is really, really a big thing here for you. I am really sensing a balance here. So Spirit, let me see, what's the imbalance? Show me the imbalance on their masculine energies. What is the imbalance in our feminine's masculine energy? What do they need to work on? What is the imbalance of the masculine energies? What is the imbalance for the masculine energies, please? What is the imbalance for the masculine energies for the feminines? The cards are so big for me. Okay. reassess, address your addictions. Wow, you know the masculines have these issues as well. And then what do we have? And speak up. Yeah. This is definitely heavy masculine energy right here. Yeah, embrace your power. So let me pull what the imbalance in your feminine energy is. And then we'll look at them side by side. Wow, okay. Yep. What else for the imbalance for the feminine energies for the feminine spirit? What is the imbalance for the feminine energies? For the feminines, what is the imbalance? What is the imbalance for the feminine energies here? It's too many. But let's see what's in the bottom. Okay. Okay, we'll take that. Wow, beautiful. So for the feminine's energy, of course, be true to yourself. Focus on success. And that's what the masculines want. They want you to shift your energy, rejuvenate, and reevaluate your priorities. Yes, yes, purpose. And bottom of that was love yourself. Yeah, this is really, really beautiful energy. There's a lot of harmonizing here, feminines, for sure. You know, here in your masculine energy, to balance, you have to reassess, address your addiction, speak up, embrace your power. And we know that our masculines deal with heavy addictions on their own in terms of behavior patterns, and some of them actually have addictions. And you know what? This journey actually cleans you. It cleans you. It purifies your entire body in terms of what you feed yourself, what you, in every way, mind, body, and spirit. But for a lot of masculines, you know, they're very heavy on, you know, some are heavy on drugs, some are heavy on drinking. You know, some are heavy on smoking weed, which I don't really have an issue with that, but it can desensitize your abilities, and you don't get to really experience your gifts when you're desensitizing. And so that's why when you have your ascension and your ascension symptoms, a lot of the times, all of that fades away. It's like your guides and your higher self figures out a way to cleanse it from your body. And so for some of you, in terms of that, there's something that the guides are trying to cleanse from you in terms of your addictions. And it could be a behavior pattern, and for some of you it could be a habit of smoking, you know. So it's time to reassess a lot of things right now on your masculine side, the things that are imbalanced, the things that you need to take more initiative on a masculine, you know, in terms of your masculine energy. I mean, strong, speak up. And for some of you is to actually be more honest and truthful, speak up and embrace that power of who you are. I think some of you maybe never had a voice. For some of you, you know, had issues in your home growing up where you were never allowed to speak, and you never felt you really had a voice, and it's kind of carried with you, you know, even to your adult years. And this is a common one. I normally see feminines definitely, honestly, I experience this a lot. Being a manager, I've always been a vocal little girl, and I've always had strong masculine energy since I was a kid. And it's hard for me to shut that down, especially around other feminines. Now, when I feel this energy on feminines who can't speak up and embrace their power, like even around my energy, even around my heavy masculine energy, I do feel like feminines who are more quiet will take a step back under my energy and feel they can't speak. And I would always like kind of soothe them and then make them feel comfortable and then just be the listener, right? I would just then be the listener, because I don't ever want a feminine to feel like they can't speak. And I was never like that as a little girl, but I could imagine not having a voice. And I always had to make sure that was one of the things I always make sure feminines were comfortable when it came to my energy, especially in the work environment, for them to know that they had a voice, that I'm here, that I was there to listen to them. But it's very common, the other places where, of course, in dating, like again, I'm very masculine, feminines. Even in dating, I ask questions that before I met my masculine, I'll ask questions that most feminines would be afraid to ask, and I would always ask, why would you be afraid to ask? And the answer would always be, well, of course they would run, and I was like, I don't fear losing. It's because how do you lose something you never had? And again, it's that sense of abandonment, because if we don't speak up, then you're not embracing your power, because you're still feeling a sense of abandonment. And so you withhold, from vocalizing your feelings, because you feel like you're actually going to lose something. And the truth is, you don't, feminines. You don't lose anything. You actually gain. You gain liberty. You gain freedom. And you know what? The key is how. It's one, choices of words, how you communicate it. Grace, for me, grace is everything. Is everything. The more stabilized you get in your energy, the more you're able to really express yourself in ways that you don't come across reactive or triggered. It's very controlled. It's very clear. Now here for your feminine energy, be true to yourself. And focus on your success. And I really feel is that message the masculines are saying, like, if there's something you really love, do it, because that is the true you. Find ways to create it. Find ways to do it, whether even if it's in small steps right now, feminines. Also, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what other people think. Don't be afraid of, you don't need validation. I feel like sometimes validation is just key, is really the issue to a lot of these issues we have, right? Everything's about validation. We live in a world where we were taught to need validation. And some of you, some of you may feel like you want people to see what you see and what you're experiencing, and it will make you feel a certain type of way. But continue to be true to yourself, and I think it may trigger you, and not in a negative way, but in a way where you take a step back and question yourself. And you need to focus on continuing to unlearn that behavior, and just focus on the small steps to releasing yourself from one. It's also an addiction, right? So releasing yourself from that bondage to certain thoughts and things, and those are success steps. So just focus on the improvements. You don't have to be perfect tomorrow. Remember, it's not going to happen. Your changes are not going to happen overnight. And I love this, because here we have rejuvenate, reevaluate your priorities. And this is you finding a more pure way of living your life. a more like finding the excitement in it, finding the liberation, the freedom in the small changes. And the more you release and the more you put yourself in that energy, feminines, the freer your mind space gets, the more you'll start reevaluating your priorities, because then you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to love yourself here. You're going to love yourself so much more. And then it just, that I wish I could give all that energy to all my feminines of how I feel. I don't know. I tell my girlfriends, I was like, I wish I could help you feel what I feel. Because when you finally get to that point where it's like, you're so full, like to me, I'm full with source. I love my masculine, but I love source more. And because source has been the one holding my hand through this journey. My masculine activated me. He made me remember who I was. But source was the one I cried to. Source was the one who showed me and gave me the signs. And once I felt that love, I can't, it's such a love. It fills you so much that you don't need it from your friends or family. You don't. And then there's this newfound freedom. There will be this newfound freedom once you get in this energy. And it's like you feel very rejuvenated, and you see all the possibilities. See here, I love this. That's why it goes with this. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And that's what happens. That then once you release all that, you're so free that there's so much possibilities. Things that you thought you would do, you wouldn't do, you do now. You're willing to take more risk because now there's this, your confidence level has increased so much that you're not afraid. You're not afraid what people think. You're not afraid of what people say. You don't even care what, give a damn what your mom says. Like as much as I love my mother, I mean, my mom has Alzheimer's now, so I've already grieved her. Sometimes she remembers me, sometimes she doesn't. But that was a process in itself. I'll tell that story on another day. But I did get to a point where I truly didn't even care. I used to actually, then I started to speak to my mom in different ways. When I was in my early 20s, and I spoke to her as a woman. I stopped speaking to her as a mom, like she was my mom. I spoke to her as a woman because I wanted her woman advice. I didn't want her to parent me. I wanted woman to woman advice, and that change happened. And that's how my mom used to speak to me. I'd be like, Mom, I need you to pick up my birth control, and she would go do it. Like she didn't care because she knew I was a woman. And I'm telling you guys, I had masculine energy from young. And so I released myself from a lot of things since I was a little girl. This journey, my masculine's activated, but I've been on this journey for years since I was a kid. That's why I know my power and my mission. My mission is to bring feminine energy back to themselves and to raise their confidence level, because I'm sorry, it truly is an issue. This lack of self-love. Also, even the codependency. Again, address your addictions, the codependency in needing another person to fill your cup. Whether you do that through your children, because there are feminines who are, and again, these readings might be triggered feminines, but I have to do this because this is about our healing. There are feminines who will vocalize, well, I don't need a man, I'm gonna be a single mom. And they come and then get to the point of having their kids, and you see this all the time. And they'll have their kids, and guess what? The kids are never enough. And now they can't find a babysitter to take care of a kid because they want to go on a date, and then they realize how hard it is to find a man. And then so there's so many layers, and it's not judging, but it's acceptance and accountability. Again, it's about acceptance and accountability and understanding why you want the things you want. You could have your children, but make sure you have your children because you want to love them and you want to create healthy human beings, not dependent human beings that create masculines like the ones you're dealing with, right? Because that's all I think people tend to forget that there were once children before they were parents. And so we sit here and say, oh, it's their fault, it's the man's fault, it's the woman's fault, it's this and that. No, go look at how they were raised and then look at the man and the women in their lives, which is their parents. It's a cycle, feminines. It's a cycle. And that's the cycle we're here to clean up and take accountability. Now, that's a very big mission. But is it one you're willing to take? So, let's see, feminines. Oh, I wanted to let's look at it quickly. Some shadow. Spirit, so what are some shadow blockages? Let's see what are some shadow blockages for you, feminine spirit. What are some shadow blockages here? What are some shadow blockages for the feminines? What are some shadow blockages? No one wants to come out. What are some shadow blockages here for the feminines? Okay, that's enough. I mean, seriously, you can't laugh at this. You can't make this up. Afraid to love again. I mean, yeah, you've been hurt for so long, feminines, that a lot of you, this is your blockage because you're so closed in. You have to heal this. You have to embrace. And that's where this energy, this feminine, this love for yourself comes in, that you won't be afraid to love. You know why? Because your cup is so full that whoever comes in, honestly, this is what I say to people and men, because I date men. But when people wonder, because I'm a B40, ladies, I'm a December, I'm a Capricorn. December 31st is my birthday, okay? I'll be 40 this year. But they always curious to, my single life. I've been single for 7 years now. And I'm so used to being by myself. And even, I was in a relationship for 11 years, 14 years really. We never lived together. I always lived alone. I live alone. And so I always tell people, I don't want anything if it's not better than my own company, because I'm so used to being alone and I love my own company. I absolutely love it. Then I don't want it, because I have so much peace in my own company. It's got to be better. Whatever you're bringing to the table has to be better than that. Self-care, yes. Find tools that work for you. So this is about, you giving yourself more self-care, self-love. There's a lot of self-love here. Truth, focusing on you, embracing you, harmonizing you. This is all about you, because hello, we had here only you. This is all about you, feminines. This is about you nurturing you. Free will. Yes, you get to make all your decisions come from love. And this is understanding your free will. They come from love. Do know that whenever, especially in this masculine energy, when you speak up and embrace your power, whatever your words are, whatever your opinions are, whatever is it that's in your mind, the things you want to express, you're expressing it from a place of love. When you're expressing it from a place of love and true, you're practicing your free will. And this is what this journey is free will. Free will. Can't breathe, anxiety and depression. A lot of you have to heal from anxiety and depression and still probably feel some of that. And so this blockage, it's a blockage, when you're still suffering from the anxiety and depression. Maybe some of you are still haven't healed or done enough rituals to wean off medications. Everyone's different. I suffered my anxiety, and that was part of my ascension symptoms starting in 2018. And I worked very hard on getting out, so I don't need meds anymore. I barely needed them. I used to take a quarter of the meds. And I did things. I boxed. So what I did was I boxed. I used to do a lot of boxing. And boxing ladies are the best. I know now with everything going on, but that eased it. And once I figured out this is what I need, and it reduces dramatically. It was the exercise. Basically, it was strenuous exercises that would really allow me to get rid of those toxins that created a lot of tension in my body. And that's where my anxiety was coming from. And then joy comes from within. Stop seeking outside of yourself. And that's what this is. This is, this addiction, some of you with this longing and always, worried about your masculine. Like, it's not, this love is not outside of you. It's inside of you. And that is the whole purpose of this journey. This whole journey, we go back to this energy here, where this whole journey, the purpose is to find purpose. To come to an understanding that the things, you've tolerated in life, has helped you build tolerance, to find more kindness and love to yourself. Because at the end of the day, they are all lessons, and life and relationships are all about lessons. So those are blockages. Now let's look at what we need to do, feminines. Like, what can we do? So let's see, what are the guidance, Spirit? What is the guidance for the feminines? What do we need our feminines to do? What is the guidance for the feminines? And I know these videos, hopefully, I have more viewers for my other signs. My twin flames, I do have my few really committed to me. And I know it grows slowly because I'm not the one who's going to post every day for twin flames. Again, feminines, embrace these readings. You're not going to find these kind of readings out there, believe me, who really focus on you. I don't want to do codependent. Please understand that I am on this journey, but I don't want to give that to you. We will have readings about your masculine, but I want to focus on you. So do come in and step in these and heal yourself. This is for you. I do this for you. So what do we need our feminines, please? What guidance do we have and to heal themselves? What do we want them to do? How do we want to steer them? Where do we want them to go? What direction can we give them? Beautiful. Look at that. So we have avoid toxic people. Yeah. Hang out with people who will uplift your spirit, not bring you down. Take a vacation. Take time to escape all of your life obligations to recharge yourself. Yes, take care of you, feminines. Really do. This is about nurturing you. Especially those who suffer a lot of anxiety and depression. You need to take a step back. You need to take a step back. Shadow work. Uncover every part of you that has been repressed and abandoned. And we were just talking about this, for those who've been repressed with the speaking up. Again, because you were told you couldn't speak, which created more abandonment issues. And start saving. Having some savings behind you will make you feel more at ease. And that's that success. Focus on success. When you stabilize your life, that harmonizing you, when you harmonize aspects of your life, you're going to feel more. And that's why Spirit is saying focus on yourself, because you're going to feel more liberated, more freedom. And the more freedom you feel in terms of confidence level, the more you release yourself. And bottom of that is music. Music can heal wounds that medicine cannot touch. And that is so true. So true. Actually, let's look at the major. So what is the major arcana shift for the feminines right now? What is the major arcana shift? Ooh, no. What is the major arcana shift right now for the feminines? I just want to see the major arcana, because we're not really doing tarot for you feminines. We're doing healing oracles. What is the major arcana? But I do want to know what's this big shift for you now that we've had the full moon. Spirit, what is the major arcana shift here for the feminines? There we go. manifest your dreams. This is the Magician. Again, be in your purpose. What did I say? Your masculine says they want you to find a hobby, to find a project, to go distract yourself. Remember, they understand this is what you're doing by shifting this energy, is that you're creating and opening the space for this new beginning. So you're ready to go. There's no need for additional preparation. Take the first steps towards the changes you desire, even if they're small steps. That's what I've been saying, feminists, even if they're small, just go for it. Notice signs that guide you in the right direction, as well as resources and support that miraculously appear. I mean, seriously, what else, masculines? I mean, what are the guidance now, Spirit? What is the guidance for our feminines? What do we need to guide them with? Yes, thank you. Family and friends. It's time to spend with your loved ones. Their love for you will bring you new energy and creativity. Celebrate your relationships. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. Spirit is saying to avoid toxic people. So spend the time with those who truly get you, those who truly love. Find your true support system, who understand your journey, where you can build that confidence level. I mean, I have my friends, and then my main friend right now is my one girlfriend. Her name is Rosa, and I love her. And she supports me all the time. She's the friend that I could call anytime, and she picks up the phone. And she will sit there. If I have to process something emotionally, she will talk to me for an hour, and I do the same for her. It's reciprocated. We share that together. And so, it's a time to really, really appreciate those people and find those people that help you build up that creative energy. So what else, Spirit? So this is the self-awareness, Spirit. So what is the self-awareness we need for our feminines? What is the self-awareness message for our feminines? What is the self-awareness? Not too many. Just give me one, Spirit. I don't know. I didn't feel that one. Give me one, Spirit. What's the self-awareness for our feminines? What is the self-awareness? Okay, so we have, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? The expectations we are mostly delusional and impossible to meet. We then experience disappointment with ourselves or with our relationships when they are not met. It's time to dissolve your expectations and replace them with gratitude. Wow. I didn't point out the bottom of the deck of the blockage, and it's gratitude. And an attitude of gratitude will transform your paradigm. And honestly, that is releasing the expectations and really being in a place of gratitude, again, with your purpose, understanding, being kind to yourself, understanding it with grace, understanding that you've also, the things you've tolerated is a reflection of you too, of things that you've allowed, also is the expectations that you've had. And so there's a lot of releasing that needs to be done. So be grateful. You're being summoned to more peace. Peace is home for our soul and is accompanied by trust. It comes when you surrender and focus only on what you can control. If you expect nothing and are grateful for everything, you will experience extreme fulfillment. And then, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Yes, and again, this is what we were talking about, our friendships. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify if there is anyone in your life who no longer serves you. Can you love them from a distance? Wow. And this is what we were saying here. So you have lots of things about your friendships in terms of releasing, avoiding toxic people, being with the people who really add to you, add value to you, that really support you. And so this is really a time to reevaluate. Maybe some of you, there's a lot of letting go of that, a lot of letting go for sure. So feminine, this is really, we're going on 50 minutes here. That's just my way, but we're just going to kind of quickly get some energies on the masculine now. where our masculines are at and what they want us to know, Spirit. So what do they want? What do our masculines want us to know? Where are they at, and what is the current energy of our masculines for the collective? Oof. Give me more. Give me more. Just want to, this is a quick check of where they are and what they're processing and, you know, going through right now. And so the first one, obviously, that fell out, you feminines, I mean, free will. Yes. They're practicing their free will. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Taking action for this connection. Twin flame. Twin flame. Releasing these settling behaviors. Yep. Old patterns. Things that really held them back. Their attachments, their abandonment issues, and really reinventing that. But you know what? Strong energy. And, you know, bottom of that was self-worth. So there's a lot of reinventing from their pride, because obviously this created, some of them created narcissistic behaviors. And again, I don't like calling, that's, to me, it's just a word. I'll go into that some other time. But, you know, it's been a lesson for them, what they've been doing to them, you know, suffering this dark night of the soul. So in this death process, they've been really, really learning their lessons. And like I said, things are getting, that cloud is getting lighter. They're clearing the confusion, and here we go, because they're coming to this understanding that now they have free will and they can take actions towards their own twin flame, you and themselves, choosing them. They're choosing them for once in their life. So let's see some messages from the masculines as well. Spirit, what do the masculines want the feminines to know? What messages do they have for the feminines? What messages do the masculines have for the feminines? Thank you. Saying goodbye to you was the hardest thing I ever had to do, but it was the only thing to do that felt right at that time. I just couldn't give you what you needed. I mean, they knew that. At that point, it hurt them. I have lied to you and betrayed you. I was in a very dark space at that time. I'm doing much better now. I'm not the same person that you remember. I'm telling you, feminines, I'm going to pull one more, Spirit. Give me one more for the masculines. My past still haunts me. I have inner child wounds that need to be healed first. So obviously they're explaining to you, right, all this reinvention, right? This is what we were just saying. Their self-worth, their family wounds, how they've settled in the past. There's a lot. This is what this is saying, right? We hear them. We hear them loud and clear. And that's what I was saying. They're still in a place of forgiveness, forgiving themselves. And they know they're in a lot of healing, but do know they're transitioning, and they're not going to come to you as the same person. They're not going to be the same person, feminines. So, feminines, this is your read. I will, like I said, I will do a serious divine masculine check-in, but please embrace these readings, because this is really the transition to you. You want to come into union, then you need to start focusing, shifting your energy. And I'm here for you, my feminines. So I love you, my feminines. Please like, share, subscribe, click that bell button if you enjoy my frequency. But with that said, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I'm here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.